People said he was all hype. They said his last name was the only reason he was here. They thought the NFL would shut him down fast. But then, the game started in Charlotte. The defense closed in tight. And this kid, Shedeur Sanders, showed everyone who he really is in his first NFL game. In just one half of football, Shedeur faced tough players, doubters, and the pressure of his famous last name. Shedeur Sanders took on the Panthers' speed, the league's doubts, and all the talk about his family name. He stayed cool and threw 2 perfect passes to the same guy, Caden Davis. When the second quarter ended, the people who didn't believe in him had nothing to say. They just kept changing their excuses. Tonight wasn't about his last name. It was about throwing the ball right, staying calm, and taking charge. He turned a practice game into a big deal about who should be the main quarterback. If you think this is just a meaningless August game, ask yourself this. If he had played badly, would everyone be quiet, or would they be all over social media? Exactly. Let's talk about how Shedeur changed everyone's minds, shut down the haters, and made QB1 feel real. Before we keep going, I want to tell you about a Shedeur Sanders jersey giveaway that's still happening. I'm giving away 4 jerseys because Shedeur was awesome today. Actually, I'm so excited. I'm going to give away 5 jerseys on August 21st. Watch for a video with the link to sign up for the contest and stay updated with Who HQ news. Thanks a bunch. Okay, let's get back to the story. The Cleveland Browns traded up to pick Shedeur Sanders in the 5th round, 144th overall. 5th round, not a Yensei pick, just a chance. Some loud people said he was just a project or someone to sell jerseys. Then training camp started, and things got real. Joe Flacco was the main guy, the steady veteran. Kenny Pickett and Dylan Gabriel got some practice time too. Shedeur had to fight against what people thought of him as much as he fought the defense. Then injuries happened. Pickett and Gabriel got hurt hamstrings. So the Browns gave Shedeur the chance to start the first preseason game. They told him to take control, with Tyler Huntley ready as backup and Flacco watching from the sidelines. This wasn't a free pass, it was a test. Because next week, when practice time gets split, the game film decides who gets more chances. Shedeur didn't need people cheering for him. He just needed a moment to shine. And tonight, he took that moment and ran with it. But that's not the whole story. The first set of plays was just what the defense wanted. Safe plays, tight spaces, and a punt. That's when a young quarterback could get nervous, start overthinking, or mess up. But then the other team, Carolina, made a mistake on their return, and the Browns got the ball at the Panthers' 10-yard line. Short field, big moment. No room to mess up. This is where people's opinions about a player can change. Does the new guy get scared and throw too late? Or does he trust his eyes, stay steady, and throw the ball on time? Shedeur chose to stay calm. The Browns called a play that made him move, needing a steady hand more than a super strong arm. He moved, stayed balanced, and threw a perfect pass. 7 yards later, the scoreboard lit up, and the doubters started to quiet down. Chances like that don't come twice in August. You either take it or disappear. Shedeur took it. And what happened next made the haters even quieter. You can talk all you want about the draft, but you can't fake a perfect throw from far away while moving. On that first touchdown, Shedeur stayed steady, threw fast, and put the ball where only Caden Davis could see. That's not just luck, that's skill. It's the kind of detail that makes you a real NFL quarterback, not just a cool story. Watch it again, and you'll see him look at the defender, wait just long enough, and then throw perfectly. That's thinking fast. That's being patient. That's a young quarterback not letting the pressure mess him up. That throw told the team, the coaches, and everyone watching that he's here to play, not just visit. It also told the defense they couldn't just crowd him and expect him to fail, because he just proved them wrong. One touchdown in, and suddenly the guy everyone called a brand had real game film to back him up. But you don't shut down doubters with just one play. Then came a drive that made his first game a big deal. 5 plays, about 60 yards, and Shedeur played like he'd been doing it forever. The best part was a 30-yard pass he threw while moving, landing perfectly for Lake Floria to catch with one hand down the right side. That's where talent and timing come together. That's where moving and throwing becomes a strength, not just a way to escape. Carolina tried to block his first option in the red zone, but Shedeur didn't panic. He checked his options, found what he needed, and threw another touchdown to Caden Davis. This time from 12 yards out. It wasn't about power. It was about staying calm and in control. That drive put Cleveland ahead, left Carolina confused, and quieted all the trash talk from April. You don't just luck into a drive like that. You lead it. When a rookie leads a drive like that in August, coaches pay attention. Practice plans change after drives like that. Depth charts start to shift. Teammates notice, and the halftime stats told the story. Stats don't always show everything, but tonight they spoke loud. At halftime, Shedeur had 11 out of 18 passes for 103 yards and 2 touchdowns. He also ran for about 19 yards, and the Browns were winning 14-7. That's not just a quick spark, that's doing well play after play. The ball came out when it needed to, and the red zone didn't scare him. He handled pressure by moving smart, not freaking out. When the field got smaller, his throws got sharper. If you expected crazy, wild plays, you saw a quarterback handle tough moments and make clean throws. That's what makes a player stand out in August and maybe start in September. It's about moves and choices that work even when things get tough. Yes, it's just preseason, but that works both ways. If he'd thrown bad passes or made mistakes, people would have said he wasn't ready. Those same people can't ignore his success just because it doesn't fit their story. Meanwhile, social media was going wild. Phones were buzzing. Shedeur Sanders, his dad didn't hold back. He posted, "Yes, oh yes," the second Shedeur threw his first NFL touchdown. And when the second one happened, he posted, "Oh yeah, what now?" with hashtag Coach Prime. That's not just a dad being proud. That's a football legend saying, "Pay attention." Then LeBron James jumped in, praising how calm Shedeur was and shutting down the "it's just preseason" excuse. So, if messing up matters, then doing great matters too. Those posts aren't just for fun. They take the pressure off Shedeur. They move the talk from small arguments to big conversations where coaches have to explain themselves. It all goes back to the team huddle. Players feel when the team is excited. Tonight, Shedeur, wearing number 12, brought that excitement. The online buzz wasn't fake. It showed what was really happening. Shedeur gave Cleveland fans something real to cheer for, and they definitely did. But the biggest message wasn't on social media. It was on the field. Forget the last name and the hype, and just look at how he played quarterback. We saw perfect timing on short passes, soft throws on long ones, control in the red zone, and no panic under pressure. That's real football. We also saw a big moment. A young black quarterback called a product of fame stepped up and played with skill, not chaos. People often judge quarterbacks like him unfairly, saying flashy when they mean steady, or brand when they mean hard worker. Tonight, Shedeur took those words and flipped them. He didn't need wild runs to prove himself. He showed smart choices, calm eyes, and accurate throws. That's what he did. So forget the "he's just famous" talk or lazy comparisons. Coaches don't care about social media. They care about footwork, eyes, and where the ball lands. On a night when everyone expected him to fail, Shedeur used the criticism as energy and made them watch his game film. That gets noticed in the locker room and sticks with the team. Now, the Browns have a big choice to make. Officially, they'll talk about taking it slow and following a plan. But really, practice time is like money, and Shedeur just earned some. Joe Flacco is still the main guy for now. Kenny Pickett and Dylan Gabriel will come back when their injuries heal, and Tyler Huntley is there as a backup. But when coaches plan the next practice, The rookie who just led 2 clean touchdown drives will get more chances. That means more planned throws, more running plays, and more shots to show his deep passes and red zone skills are real. He doesn't need to be the starter tonight. He just needed to be too good to ignore tomorrow. He did that. And if he keeps playing this well through August, the quarterback competition won't feel so crowded. It'll feel like he could win it, not because of his last name, but because of how he plays. So what do the haters say now? Here's the thing about August. It's supposed to show who you really are. It's supposed to take big stories and make them real or break them. Tonight, the truth was clear. Shedeur Sanders didn't just give hope. He showed he could play. He took a rough start and built strong drives. He turned a lucky field position into a pro-level throw. He led a big drive, threw a perfect long pass, and hit the same receiver for another score like it was no big deal. The stats were solid. His eyes stayed calm, and the team noticed. So when someone says it's just preseason, that's just a weak excuse for an old opinion. Because if this is what a 5th-round rookie can do in his first game, imagine what he'll do when he gets more plays and better teamwork. Tonight in Charlotte, the noise finally got quiet. Haters have nothing to say when the game film shows a real quarterback.